Welcome back to Digital Devil Saga 2. We took down Shiva and Vishnu last time, the first two of the super bosses, and defeating both of them unlocks the third. But first, it is time to finally satisfy my gambling addiction once and for all, because if we check our Karma Rings list, we're only missing 2 rings. One of them will be attained from Seth, and the other, well, you know. I have 2,500,000, that equates to 25 pulls in the gold box gacha. It's time. Wow, that was fast. Variable ring. I have enough money left over to get the salvation mantra on someone. That worked out really well. Here we go, variable ring. Randomizes the number of turn icons. I might as well equip this just to show, like, it in action once. But after that I won't, because it's not nearly as reliable as the turn ring. This is actually really cool because I don't know anybody online who has ever shown the 100% Karma Ring reward, which I'll be doing after I've beaten Seth. But anyway, we're going to teleport to the start of the Sun's 6th layer, and I sincerely hope that I'm able to take the elevator down. Because if not, in order to get to Seth, I'm going to have to go through the entire human form only floor again. Okay, I only have 2 turns this time, so the variable ring is doing its thing. Okay, it does look like the elevator works. I'm gonna set Dia back on Seraph, though, because while there are save points for the super bosses in this next part of the dungeon, and yes, we will be dealing with an entirely new part of the dungeon here, there will not be any heal points. Okay, yeah, you may have noticed that I had 4 turns there. But I did want to try and show off Fire of Sinai here. It's not the best skill, but it exists. Yeah, Reincarnate's way better, in my mind. You may not necessarily have Reincarnate, though. So yeah, I have 4 turns here thanks to the ring. And yes, down here, the light is gathering around Pinaka. Nandaka begins shining as well. The power of Pinaka and Nandaka has opened the seal on the door. So now we've defeated Shiva and Vishnu, we are able to go in here. And it seems like there's a new gimmick. Yeah, there's actually a decent chunk of dungeon we have to go through before we get to the last 2 super bosses. Beyond that seal, every step you take will come at great consequence. Your objective does not lie in that direction, but if you can accept the loss of your health, there is nothing to stop you from proceeding. Basically we've got a Nocturne Beelzebub floor situation here. I don't even know if the core shield helps. I'm guessing that it doesn't even do anything. Also, you take off the variable ring and go for the turn ring. Honestly, I think the variable ring is just a poor man's turn ring. Because I don't think it can potentially give you 2 turns. That'd be the only situation where it's better than the turn ring. Yeah, this is literally just the Beelzebub hallway in Nocturne. Your health gets halved every few steps. And it's actually way worse here, because at least back in Nocturne, kind of strange that something here is, also, let me just test these. It's probably not going to work, but I'll try. I suppose I can give, one of these to each of us to, yeah, fully heal us, but I really don't know if this is going to work, but we'll see. Nope. Okay, yeah. So like I was saying, this is even worse than Nocturne, arguably, because in Nocturne you had a random encounter radar. Here you have no idea when you're going to get into an encounter. So in Nocturne all you needed to do was heal when your meter hit red, but here there's no way of knowing when you get jumped, and that was indeed a dead end. Like that. Oh, and it's Pavati. And she's going first. I may actually die here if I get really unlucky. You, I believe... Yes, you still have Mind Charge. Oh yeah, even though Heat's down, I still have the Turn Ring, power. Okay, this could potentially be very problematic depending on how many hits I get with this. Only one hit. That's going to be very bad. I think I have to Soma right now. Or at least Medical Gear. Expect to see a lot of cutting here, because this is going to get tedious quickly. It's not that bad if you remember to heal often, but if you... that's the thing, remembering to heal often. Sometimes I can use someone out of the party for it. Okay, good, I got into encounter after only one. Yeah, see, I was just working on that so that I can get the hunting skills. Okay, from here we have to snake around and then go a little higher than usual. Because there's a very nasty dead end incoming. Yeah, do not go that way. That leads to a linear path with absolutely nothing in it. And you'll be forced to double back while your health keeps getting halved. It's still really strange for something in DDS to actually be worse than its equivalent in Nocturne, but this is. And there we go, no more damaging to deal with. So, we proceed. Things I do for super bosses in the last oh, I just realized I'm gonna have to... Oh, okay. Well, now I get the Jack Frost luck while recording, but I've already done all the quizzes. But yeah, if you've completed every quiz, he'll just give you a random item and leave. So it's essentially a free item and a skipped encounter, which is kind of nice. We are he homeboys after all. Here we go. So, well, fitting in for the core shield. We have a save point here, so I think I know what that, I think you know what that means. Oh, here's the guy who I had to farm for Vishnu's item. Managed to get this one surprisingly without using any save state abuse. I am gonna try and finish off Dragon Slayer, though, before I enter this fight. And got it. So now Heat has Michael's Divine Light and Fire of Sinai, which I don't really care about. Mega damage, physical, random, all stats down. That is a lot of HP, though. And that's if you want to see what it looks like to master one of the, well, master mantras. For my setups going into this fight, the main point is everybody in the party should have a battle-ready moveset. Seth has a move that can forcibly eject a character from the party, so everybody is gonna need to be ready to go in at any time. I want to try and lead with Heat here. I don't know exactly how useful this is going to be, but I'll try. So Heat's got Divine Light to apply Debilitate, though Seth will use Dikunda and Dikaja if you go to plus or minus 3. Power Charge to boost himself, and Innovate Makaja to facilitate combos. He's the only one I've got who has Null Critical, I think, and that's going to be very, very helpful. I think Gale might have it too, actually. Against Seth's, you'll see. Fizz Resist might be okay, and Ice Resist because Seth will use every single element, so you want to make sure your weaknesses are covered. Cielo has his standard electric skills. Null Death might be useful, but I've also put Mind Charge on him, along with Tarunda. Seraph is also going to use Divine Light, but their main asset in this fight is going to be their gun. Once I fully buff, they're going to go into human form and mostly spam their gun attack. So the rest of the skills are mainly filler. Seth heavily resists everything except Earth, which is outright immune to, so it doesn't really matter what element you have as long as you have Boost and Amp on it, but it's not going to be your main source of damage. That will be guns. I have Rakantra and Void Mute for emergencies. Argilla, I've swapped her over to Zandine because, again, Seth's only outright immunity is Earth, so don't use that on anybody. And she has Mind Charge, a buff and a debuff to facilitate combos. And Gale has the exact same moveset that he was using before, because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. As for ammo, Seraph has Pandemonium, Argilla has Magatama. Those are the only ones that really matter, because they're the only guns that actually do decent damage. Everyone else has just kind of the best ammo that I can really give them. Gale's got the third best ammo that I've got. And for rings, Heat has the pass ring to potentially pass over his turns to other characters. You have the Synchro Ring for your combo skills. You have the Turn Ring for an extra turn. I know this might feel cheap, but it's the Super Bosses, and they give us this for a reason. May as well use it. You have the Dragon Ring for Almighty Resistance. I'm tempted to put that. If this goes badly, I might switch that over to Heat. And Gale has the Aura Ring just for, like, lol stats. And so, gotta ask yourself the question, do you like pain? Either try wearing a corset, to quote Pirates of the Caribbean, or try fighting Seth.
You are not the one who is to judge. I cannot forgive one of contrary existence.
I don't really know exactly what that came out as. It probably should have been Seto Kaiba, honestly, this voice, because Seth, or Set, is an Egyptian god of the desert, chaos, and foreigners. He has a very interesting history because some people think that he was demonized, formerly being a more neutral or even benevolent god, before being depicted as a god of evil later on as the political situation in Egypt changed. Also, Seth's appearance here is a reference to Shin Megami Tensei 2. He was one half of Satan in that game, sealed away within the Abyss. As for Seth in Digital Devil Saga, though, he's got a heck of a lot of HP, nulls Earth Expel Death ailments, resists physical, and takes 80% damage from Fire, Ice, Elect, Force, and Almighty. He's weak to guns, though, so you want to, well, actually, you have to have access to Pandemonium before you can even fight him, but anyway. So Seth has basically every element, along with Ragnarok, Gate of Hell, really, really dangerous stuff. He can also mute you, and also potentially charm you, which sucks. Dekunda, Dekaja, Debilitate, Power Charge. But the main things to worry about with Seth are his normal attack, simply called Pain. Severe physical almighty damage, 99% accuracy, and 40% critical rates. Great shades of Lucifer's basic finger poke of doom from Nocturne. And Desert Wind will eject one character and drop their remaining HP to 150 if it was higher than that. Seth mercifully won't use it if there's only one living target. Then there's also Spiteful Force. Does almighty damage that increases depending on how much HP Seth loses. And considering he has a 22,500 health, that's going to get very strong later on. So, I entirely expect there to be some fail channel here, but, well, I guess you'll find out. So, first attempt, let's start by executionering. Well, that's not a good start. Okay, there we go. 2 hits and debilitated. I don't know if that's 2 debilitates or 1 debilitate, but I guess we'll find out. Heat is likely going to die if I do anything. However, if I pass, I'll be able to get another charge again. Just, yeah, you're seeing all of the ultimate combos of the Karma Rings right here. Yeah, this is the problem with using Physical Attacker, though. You have to keep healing constantly. I should mention that I am deliberately not going for the Impulse Stone here. I will definitely use the Impulse Stone against the Ultimate Super Boss, but for now, I am kind of trying to prove that I can do this with no Impulse Stones. Okay, now he's using it. Seraph being ejected is not what I hoped for, at all. Now it's just a matter of, oh boy, don't get too crit. Wow. Yeah, that's a thing.
My pain is still far greater than yours!
Yeah, that's the problem with Desert Wind. It's like, you've got game over creeps ever closer because you've got less characters on the field. Yep, here it is! I have never seen him use Megadolon, okay. But I'm gonna reset because that's 2 of my people down on the first turn. I'm going to try something different here. As cool as Heat is, I like the freedom to debilitate whenever, like to debilitate as a 1-turn action whenever I want to. I need to make sure that, yeah, Cielo can use that combo without Seraph. Because Seraph's going to go human form right now. I'm going to go for a second charge. It's really no difference. 2 debilitates, 1 charge, 2 charges, 1 debilitate. But yeah, Seth pretty much just believes the world sucks and we should just accept it. Spiteful Force with no health loss is not terrible. I'd appreciate a miss here, please. Nope. Oh, I got to Petrify. Oh, that's Seraph dead. Because Force is an instant kill. Okay, then. I am going to get my second debilitate in. Thankfully, I still have 3 press turns due to the turn ring, but now I am going to get you back up. Unfortunately, you are no longer buffed, but I can still hit your weakness with that, and I think I need to heal here. No real use skipping on these items. Dodges are nice, but pain is not. He has not used Dekaja or Dekunda yet, though. So, let's go to 1 charge. Actually, wait, Gale is probably overcharged right now. He's probably going to Dekaja. It always gets hard to keep track of things after he takes down 1 or more party members. Yes, he's Dekadring, so I was at +3 on at least somebody. But now I can really just go for the +2. Blood Curse is actually fine, because Cielo nulls this, so he's going to lose all his turns. I've always just found Curse to be not a particularly dangerous ailment. Okay, I guess there's no real reason not to use Pyroflageddon here. It's not really going to do a whole ton of damage, though. Actually, that's better than I expected. Okay, but let's get these charges back up. And the Flick of Doom, and then I suppose we can Mind Charge again, and then get a second charge up, and then we should be set on buffs and debuffs for the time being. Oh, but when he starts critting with that, that's when things get really bad, and we're no longer set on buffs and debuffs, because Gale is down. I am so glad that missed completely. That would have been insanely bad if it had hit me, and even worse if it had crit me. Yeah, this fight can go south very quickly depending on, well, pain. I guess you have to Mind Charge again. I can't use any more charges with Cielo, because if I do, then he's going to Dekaja me, because the others are on +2. And some of us being on +2 agility is better than none, because that can happen, and he can lose turns. But then also that can happen, and Gale can just get instantly killed by that. I think his AI will always go for Force if you get hit by Petrification. That's what the Null Death on Cielo is for. Unfortunately, I don't really have Null Death on many other people. One of these days, Gale will actually get his Mind Charge attack off. I sort of need to Medea Rahan in case Cielo gets hit by pain. Like that. He sounds like a donkey when he does it. Okay, thank you for the miss completely. Okay, now that I am Mind Charged, this is going to do way less because Gale's not buffed, but or any damage is... Oh, actually, no, that's pretty good damage, honestly. And right now, Cielo doesn't really have a whole ton to do except, I guess, Medea Rahan? And you can continue to flick. Yeah, your gun attacks can critical, and it's really nice when they do. I think min and max critical do apply to guns. And that can be really, so if you have, I just don't have those on many characters. I've only got it on Angela for some reason. Thank you for the null ailment. Thank you for the miss with pain. Okay, so let's get another Pyroflageddon in. Yeah, this with Fire Boost and Fire Amp is just, you're really seeing the power of Fire Boost and Fire Amped Gale. We are mostly healed, so to be honest, I can probably afford to just go for some Zeos from CLO, even though they're not really doing a whole lot, but still, every little bit counts, especially against one of the super bosses. I am going to pass my turn over to Seraph, though. It's cool our guns get a chance to shine, though. Okay, so this would be 50% health. This is when things get bad, because he can Desert Wind people. Oh, CLO being blown away is really bad, especially if he goes for Silent Howl afterwards. Because nobody is, okay, that's honestly not the worst thing in the world. Okay, now I can deploy CLO back. Because, yeah, right now, Seraph being silenced is fine, because they're just going for guns. However, I have 0 buffs whatsoever, and that could be insanely terrible, because I have no defense buffs, and that means Pain probably one-shot CLO right now. There's not really much I can do about that, though, for the time being. I'm just gonna use another one of these. Uh-oh. Well, that means Pain's definitely gonna one-shot somebody. That's even worse. Okay. Well, someone's dead. Yep, that is what we call overkill. That is what we in the business very much call overkill. But at least I can start doing this again now that he's decunded himself. And you... Should you Pana Beam or... No, I do very much need to get CLO back. And then you debilitate again. Now, there's something that I really would not like to see him do right now. That's one of the things I don't want him to do, but still. Pain spam is another thing I don't want to see him do. That's the thing I really didn't want to see him do. Okay, yeah, Spiteful Force is, incredibly nasty when he's, down to half or less. Okay. It's gonna be very hard for me to recover from this. At the very least, he is still double debilitated. And Seraph has the most bulk out of anyone in my party, so... Oh yeah, thanks to the turn ring, I can just fully revive everybody right now. However, let's just see what happens here. Oh, what's he going for? Gale being blown away isn't terrible. Don't like you being power charged, though. Yeah, this is the point where things get a little bit dicey, and we kind of have to get into recovery mode. It's a little like the Demi-Fiend, only slightly less crazy. If I bring Gale back, I'm going to have to Soma him. I'm going to bring Gale back, though. It's probably better than bringing Heat in. Okay. Yeah, if that crits and you are not buffed, you're basically dead. At least at my levels. I'm probably under-leveled for this, to be perfectly honest. But, I don't really care. I've seen this done at way lower levels than this. I guess I can Pana Beam for some... Oh, nice crit there. Nice crit there. You are gonna Soma. Because I need more MP on Gale. And Cielo now can use Charge. Okay. We're starting to recover. We're starting to recover. But he can always do... crazy like that. You really don't want Gale to be in here right now, do you? No crit with that is fine-ish. To be honest, I actually want to... Oh, I can't combo because Gale's gone. Right, I guess I can put Gale back. Yeah, Desert Wind is kind of more tedious than, like, actually bad. I wonder if I can even afford a Mind Charge on Gale right now. Nah, he is hurting a little bit, so I probably should use a, this feels like such a waste when his MP's already full, but, that's the only full HP heal item that I have. And I'm gonna charge again, just in case. I want to get at least some people up to +2, because then Seth can start missing. Especially with Pain. Like that! Yeah, good. Every time he misses with Pain is good. Like that! Yes! Yes. Okay, good. I'm gonna use Medea Rahan. I'm only like halfway there. I shouldn't be celebrating just yet. It's insane how even with like an 80% resistance, I'm still doing that much. This is with him fully debuffed though. Yeah, I'll pass and then go for the gun attack. That's actually really bad. At least we're relatively buffed enough. Okay, that's fine. In fact, that's better than fine. I can start buffing Gale now. Thank you for the no mute from that, but again, I can start buffing Gale right now, because previously I couldn't buff him without buffing Seraph and Cielo over the +2 threshold. So yeah, it's all about managing your buffs and debuffs here, like most fights in this. Nice crit! I am mind charged, I believe, so I should I mean, as tempting as it is to go for the, do I go for the damage, or do I go for healing and using another? To be honest, I probably should. Yeah, let's go for the medical gear. And the second charge. Just to increase the odds that he misses people. Probably better safe than sorry here. Or he could just desert win somebody. Okay, as long as that's not muting Gale, I should be fine-ish, and I'm down to 2 press turns because Seraph is ejected. But I'm going to be going for Pyrophlogeddon first with the charge. Yeah, good damage, and let's bring you back in so that I have the benefits of the turn ring. Okay, that again. That's at least one of his turns gone. 2 of his turns gone. However, he could use Spiteful Force here, and okay, that's just power charge. Like, to be honest, I don't. Okay, I really don't. I shouldn't be speaking too soon here, but like, I'm not the biggest opponent of him using power charge in this fight, because like, Pain is gonna kill you regardless. It doesn't really matter if it's power charged. Whereas the chance of him actually using power charge with an AoE physical attack in this fight is quite low. I mean, when he does do it, it's pretty scary, but even then, he can still miss people. Yeah, gotta go for those 2 debilitates. Unfortunately, I think I have to Medea Rahan here. Because of that, yeah. No mutes, that could be it. Okay, still no mutes, okay then. Right, let's... On your feet, as Shadow would say. Do I charge again? I forget how many charges I'm at. I think I'm at, like, 1? I'm just gonna Medea Rahan. Oh yeah, oh, he's on red now. That could be really bad, but on the same time, it could be really good. But, yeah, with him having so much health, red still takes a while to eat through. Yeah, we're not really that, dodgy at the moment. Oh, that's good, though. Okay, your Mind Charge. Let's go Pyrophlogeddon. I'm probably pronouncing this horribly, but I don't care. But yeah, his demon race just straight up being death. It's Shinigami in Japanese, or Death God. But Seth is associated with death in a few cultures, so I guess that makes sense. And I'm just thinking of the horrible Tom Cruise Mummy reboot where I think they just literally made Seth Satan because, yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those Christianity appropriation things, I suppose. But, again, I don't know how many charges I have right now. Uh-oh. That's not the worst, but, okay, that plus Spiteful Force could be very bad. Or Pain crits. Oh, thankfully you survived that. Okay, well, at the very least, now I... No, I want to kill him fast. Yeah, the really interesting thing about Seth is that, like, I mean, he does have Debilitate, but I find that he doesn't really use it all that often. So, like, you don't really need to worry about him debuffing you all that much. He just cancels your buffs outright, which makes the buffs pretty easy to keep track of. Okay, we got the weakness there, and So I have to do this heal with Cielo. And then wait for next turn to be my offense. Oh, Vanity, yeah, that can be Confuse is not great. Ragnarok is equally not great, especially if he crits with it, and now he's gonna... Okay, thank you, miss. However, Gale being confused is, quite bad. I almost want to, like, Soma here, but also if I Pyrophlogeddon... I could... Oh, that's probably going to provoke him into doing something, into cancelling my buffs, but... This is very interesting. So, I'm going to Medea Rahan. And you're going to get rid of the confusion on Gale. Or panic, whatever it's called, in any given game. And then you're going to... You thankfully didn't use any skills that take up your mind charge, so you've still got that. Oh, Seth's still not down! I don't want to lose it this close, especially if he's going for the pain spam. Okay, that is honestly not the worst thing in the world. Okay, I may need to... I could play it very fast and loose and Soma drop just Gale, but no, I have to Soma everybody just in case. Again, I don't want to lose it when I'm this close. Pyrophlogeddon, come on, Pyrophlogeddon. If this kills him, it'd be so great. Come on. Yes! Okay, that was my first time ever beating Seth. That actually went... The successful attempt didn't go that badly. That's pretty cool. Okay, thankfully the save point is, like, right next to where Seth was. Cielo now has Hellfang, Consume, and AP Divide, which skills that I really don't really care for that much. Yeah, Pyrophlogeddon is such a good skill with Boost and Amp, and you just need a file transfer for it, which is required to fight the next super boss anyway on your first playthrough. Some solar data dispersed. Obtained a Void Ring. Also, the next time we get to a... Let me just dispoison this so I'm not, you know, annoyed by stuff. And the next time we get to a save point, we'll have access to a new mantra. So what we're standing on right there is an elevator, but before we do that, let's first show off the new mantra that we obtained. Confirm the data of Seth. The Root of Evil mantra was added. Fun fact, the skill called Root of Evil that Lucifer uses in Nocturne is not actually really meant to be called Root of Evil. It literally means from the beginning, watching in the darkness. It's a little bit more neutral in Japanese, but I don't think that's what this one is called. Anyway, again, the only person who I think has access to all 4 of these is Heat. So, 2.5 million for this. It also takes forever to master. Spiteful Force, and they had to give somebody Deathflies because Beelzebub is not in this game. Yeah. Deathflies is nice for sweeping random encounters. It's, massive, almighty damage if anything's immune to death, guaranteed instant death if they're not. Spiteful Force works the same way as Seth's. To me, this suffers from Bravely Default Dark Knight Syndrome, in the sense that, like, you don't really want to be on low HP. Like, it's more likely that bosses will have health to spare to fuel missing HP attacks like this. So, yeah, I don't think I've really ever practically seen this used that much. The real benefit to dealing with Seth is that I now have all the Karma Rings. Seth gives the Avoid Ring. Void or Miss will end the enemy's turn. This is an interesting effect, and I believe that a character in Metaphor actually has this in their ultimate archetype. So this is, like, it's kind of a shame you get this so late, because making evasion builds around this is pretty fun. But yeah, by the time you've got this, there's not much left to do in this game. There's only one more super boss, and he's not really going to be missing you very much with his attacks. It is going to be more useful against them than the other reward, though, because... So, this sucks. I'm going to have to do this, and I really hate this, because I'm going to have to make my way through the HP halving corridor again if I do this, but I have to, because I need to show the reward for getting every Karma Ring. I believe the Karma Ring creator is up here? I could be wrong, though. They could be in the second area. And I'm going to get an Impulse Zone while I'm here. I will definitely need it for the ultimate super boss. Karma Ring Creator, here we go. I wanted to make the world's greatest Karma Ring. but I got between Madame and the director and I was killed. Yep, that's the life of being SMT neutral, I guess. Did you find all the karma rings? Oh, no, those are all ancient. Take this one. Obtained Master Ring. I'm sure you'll prove to the world how great my creation is. I have no more regrets thanks to you. Well, about proving that to the world, if we go to equip ring, Master Ring, nullifies all attacks except Almighty. This is the same effect as the Null Attack skill in Digital Devil Saga 1. And in order to obtain this, you just need to find every Karma Ring that is available within your playthrough. This means the New Game exclusive Berserk Ring doesn't count for me because this isn't New Game Plus. And if you did not do a file transfer, the transfer exclusive rings will also not count. The downside is that all 3 of the super bosses and also the gacha rings all count towards this. And, well, okay, I guess I can... You know, I'm just gonna put Sarah from the party alone just to show this off. Well, this is interesting. This should still work? Yep, there we go. So come on, try it. Yep, Tentara Fruit doesn't work. Ailments, light, dark, every element, everything except Almighty is gonna get nulled. Regular attacks, nulled. We ever seen that one before? I don't know, but you've earned that battle cry now that you're immune to everything. Here is the problem, though, with this ring. Like I said, you need to beat Shiva, Vishnu, and Seth in order to get this. This means that, well, I guess aside from Jack Frost, if you haven't unlocked that yet, which I suppose using it on Jack Frost is kind of funny, though it will make him spam Megadolon. The only thing left to really do in the game once you have this is to fight the Ultimate Super Boss. And the Ultimate Super Boss will not kill you for having immunities, but he will begin the fight by nullifying all of your immunities. So this ring does absolutely nothing against him. So yeah, it's classic bragging rights reward syndrome. And speaking of which, that will be next time. So, yeah, there may be a delay between this video and the next one, because this is like the ultimate super boss of Digital Devil Saga 2, and it might take me a little bit more grinding. I definitely want salvation on a lot of people before I attempt this, but join us next time for the final fight.